Hi everyone, this tutorial video is going to show you how to complete your blended learning homework assignment. So after reading the module in the online textbook, after going through the PowerPoint and watching the associated videos in the PowerPoint, you should have a pretty good idea of what blended learning is, how it functions, and what it looks like. And then you are ready to complete your homework assignment. So to get started, you're going to download the blended learning homework assignment template, which is located here. You're just going to go up to download, and it's going to download, and it looks like this. So once you open it, I'm going to zoom this in real quick. Probably the best place to start is with your state standards, because your state standards are kind of going to guide what the grade level is, what the content area is, and then also what your lesson title is going to be. So remember, a great way to find the state standards is either by doing a Google search, or if you go to the top left hand corner here, this is going to take you to the home page for the course resource website, and I have them linked right here. So you can click this kid raising his hand, and then this is going to give you all of the South Carolina state standards. So let's do something in science. I'm just going to hit standards, and then I'm going to download the actual standards document for science. So one thing that you can do here is do a Control F for whatever your search terms are going to be. So mine are going to be natural resources. So every time that natural resources comes up, it's going to be highlighted here. Okay, so performance indicators. All right, so this looks like a great standard right here. So I'm just going to copy this standard, and I'm going to paste it into my template. Okay, so once this standard is pasted into my template, I can actually write the grade level, content area, and lesson title. Okay, now that I have my state standards pasted in there, as well as my grade level, content area, title, and block time, the next thing that I need to do is craft some lesson objectives. So remember, you can find the great action words for these lesson objectives on the course resource website homepage once again, and that is located just below where you clicked for the state standards. So what you should do is use these strong action words after students will be able to, and that's going to craft the first part of your student learning objective. Remember, after that is going to be whatever the content is that they're going to demonstrate. Okay, now that I have written my lesson objectives, we're going to move down to how students will be grouped. So remember, in blended learning, you should be using different data sets in order to create the groupings that you have as students rotate through those instructional activities. So this is where you would explain in paragraph form how your students are going to be grouped. Also, what data are these groupings going to be based on? So kind of a two-part question that you're going to divide among these two boxes here. The final question in this section asks how data is going to be collected in this lesson that you are writing about. So how are you going to get data from this lesson in order to group students in future lessons? In the next section, you're going to write about what your introduction material is going to be. So some things that you might want to include here are how you would explain whatever the background information is that students need to know, how you would break up your students into their different groups, how you would explain what the different rotational activities would be, all that kind of stuff. And then also, you're going to include the estimated amount of time that you think that introduction is going to take you. Okay, after you have written your paragraph description of the introduction, you're going to move down to the dynamic rotations. So in here, in teacher-directed small group, you're going to talk about what you as the teacher and what the students are going to be doing in that small group environment. Also, an estimate of your time. Collaborative, same idea. And then independent digital, same idea, but you're going to include a hyperlink to whatever independent digital content your students are going to be using. Once you have concluded filling in each of your dynamic rotations, the time estimates, and you've also included your hyperlink for your independent digital content, you're going to scroll down and fill in the closure. So in here, you're going to talk about how you're going to wrap up the lesson, maybe work on some reteaching, maybe distribute an exit ticket either online or in person. Then you're also going to include that time estimate here. After you've explained what's going to happen in your closure, remember this could be where you're getting that data that you're going to use for your next lesson. You are all done. So you're going to save this document to your computer and upload it to the submission area in Moodle. If you have any questions about this assignment, please let your instructor know.